Happy Tuesday morning, y'all. It's a little overcast, a little chilly for me. 70's too cool for me, but it's gonna warm up. But you guys won't see this until Wednesday. So happy Wednesday to you all. But since we cannot plant outside because the possibility of more storms rolling in, which would be Wednesday night tonight into in the morning, I'm itching to plant. And I just wanted to visit with y'all. So you're thinking, well, are you going against what you said? No, because we have 6 Tiny Tim tomatoes. This is from M.I. Gardner. They're a determinate, but they're known for patio tomatoes. And this is the size pot I'm gonna use. I wanna say it's a gallon, roughly. And I had got them last year clearance at Tractor Supply for 75 cents or $1. But these Tiny Tims grow the smallest tomatoes. When you think of cherry, think of about a marble or less in size. So these are perfect for the patio, and I grew some for my daughter and my grandkids to put on their patio, and I'm gonna put some on my patio where it can get sun, of course. And this is what we're gonna plant together, because these won't be housed outside until these storms are gone, and then I'll set them throughout the garden. But aren't they gorgeous? So if you're not familiar with the Tiny Tims, it's a beautiful plant and has sweet, sweet little bitty tomatoes. So look them up. I'm not sponsored, but look up the Tiny Tims. I don't know if they're still available. I got these seeds last year or year before. I want to say it was last spring or summer. And I don't remember who told me about them. But anyway, one of you guys had mentioned them to me, and I looked them up and I said, this is perfect for the grandkids to grow, perfect for us to have a little snack in the garden or either on the patio. So I did 6, and all 6 germinated. And we planted them on February the 20th. Today is April Fool's, right? Yeah, April 1st, April Fool's. And I'm planting them. But look at the size. I think this is the largest one I have. I got the hiccups. But I also wanted just to plant with you guys and visit. Now over to the side, I'm gonna show you, I've got all my soil mixed up, and it's just the pile of mushroom compost. It's 3 parts mushroom compost to 1 part white sand, a medium grain white sand. And I amended it with perlite, 3/4 perlite, 1/4 vermiculite, because I poked the hole out the bottom of this planter, and they will be sitting in this tray, okay? And that's how I'm gonna plant them and gift them to the grandkids. So I'm gonna get this filled, but I'm gonna show you what I'm working with, what I'm gonna feed these tomato plants with. This morning I filled up my wheelbarrow and amended it. Look how pretty. Now it may have a few little sticks in it, and I just throw them out. I don't have it quite half full. And this is when I'm gonna add a handful of garden tone and calcium nitrate, so I don't have to worry about blossom end rot. And I'm holding it up so you can see the brand that I use. And I just keep it in a bucket and sprinkle a little bit, and that's it. Now I'm gonna add another layer. Ooh, I don't like that layer. It's got some sticks in it, because I don't like the plant to make direct contact. Let's see where we're at. Oh, that's going to be perfect. I've got to write in my book today's date that we uppotted or permanently planted. Tiny Tim, M.I. Gardener, it's a determinant. We seed started on the 20th. Germination was the 24th. Today is April 1st. And I love to keep a journal. So I would say not too bad. We have what, 5 weeks in March, 6. So in 6 weeks from the time that I seed started to the time I'm planting them, these things are so far impressive. And I just dropped all of my stuff. All right, now let's get these planted. I don't know if you can see or not, but most of you know how to plant a tomato. I'm gonna dig a good well. Now, you don't have to go really deep with these tomatoes because it's a very squatty bush tomato. So you don't have to worry about going really deep like you would a indeterminate or something like that. I'm gonna zoom in so you can see the roots. Beautiful plant. Now, I will take the little small leaves off the base. Probably this one here. And I'm probably gonna take this one off. So there we have it. See? Perfect. Now, I'm not gonna break it up too much because it's not compacted. Give it a light press. I had to go get my splashback straw, as I call it. Because y'all know, I'm a stickler for splashback. Meaning I don't want anything splashing from the dirt up to these leaves. Because you'll find that most of the problems lie from the dirt. When it rains or you're watering and it'll get on your leaves and that creates the problem. And you see, it didn't take much. So I will get that watered in, a little bit more here. And as you water, it's gonna compress down. And that's all it takes. We're just protecting our leaves so they don't get no nasty fungus. See, I'm not using but a little bit to fill in. All right, 1 down and 5 more to go, y'all. These tiny little plants. It hit home for me. And what I mean by that is, it reminded me of a comment made a couple of days ago. This is from a good friend of all of ours, that in the past few months had open heart surgery, a couple of little setbacks, and she mentioned that she was going to try to grow a few little flowers and just a couple of vegetables, because that's what she was able to do. And I can relate to that, because moving forward, she may only be able to do a few plants each season. Depends on the recovery. And the older you get, or actually there's no age, there's really no discrimination when it comes to physically, financially, and the foundation that you reside on. There's no discrimination. And it really touched me, because it's what she said at the last sentence with a chuckle. Looks like I'll be shopping at Walmart. And I chuckled with her. Guys, this has been weighing heavy on my heart. There's a lot of chatter out there. I mean, a lot of chatter. And I ask that you take things that are said with a grain of salt. Do not allow negativity to come in, to come inside. Be a duck. Let the water run off the back. Because it is not a sin to shop at a grocery store, a supermarket, or a farmer's market. I do all three, and I garden to the best of my ability. And my garden is probably, to some, small, to others, large. But it doesn't matter on the size. What matters at the end of the day, that we are feeding ourselves. And how that food is being brought in is nothing to be ashamed about. If you can't shop at Whole Foods and you can't order bulk food off a truck being driven in, that doesn't make you less of. And Lippy's had her belly full, I guess because it's growing season, that we must lift everyone up. You do not. I don't even know where it comes from in the mind. To intimidate, to put fear in people because they can't grow everything they eat, or they can't grow on a big scale, or they don't grow at all. They just watch gardeners because they enjoy us gardeners. I would never, ever say, I'm sustainable. Well, I am sustainable, 100%. From my garden to the grocery store. And I prep. Little money here, little money there, adds up, and you put things up. But don't feel bad about the label on your food if that's what you can afford. You can go to bed at night, hopefully with a full tummy. Your family has a full tummy. And we pray that God places his miracle hands upon us. And any bad that might be in the choices we made, he will rebuke it and take it out. But don't, please, don't feel bad because there's chatter out there that says you're going to get cancer if you go to a store, or, your obesity, your blood pressure. Yes, there's toxins in the food. We just have to go to the grocery store and hopefully shop the outside perimeter. But if you got to go to the center aisles where it's in your budget, then go to the center aisles and know that you're doing the best that you can do. We don't foresee tomorrow. We don't know what tomorrow brings. But don't let anyone take your shine from you. You just grow what you can if you can. You buy what you can afford. Healthier choices if you're able to. But know that you are not less of anyone. None of us are less than anyone. We're all equal. Because we're doing the best that we can do. And you only fail when you don't try. So, today's the 1st. Many of you may be getting your monthly check. Social Security, retirement, whatever that may be. As Buddy and I got ours. I made actually a grocery pickup. I went this morning because the items that I needed are heavy items, drink items, protein drinks, Gatorade, green tea. It was heavy, my half and half. Our lactose whole milk. And a bag of fresh organic onions. That was my grocery haul. And Buddy will go to Sam's to pick up my 2.5-pound bag of community coffee today. We have 3 items at Sam's: coffee, grapes, and check if butter's on sale. That was it. That was our grocery haul. Because we don't need anything else. I've got some fresh vegetables still. You know, our fruit choice was grapes this week, unless he finds some pretty fruit there, because they have better fruit, in my opinion, than, say, Walmart does, depending on the time of the month. But yeah, at 7:30, I struck out and went and picked it up, and I was back home less than an hour. And the heavy stuff sitting in the back of the SUV for him to lift out when he gets home. Do I feel ashamed? Absolutely not. Because it's our money, our choices, and the choices we make are the best choices that fit our lifestyle. And I just had to say it because it's been weighing on my shoulders, and it's the comments that y'all made, especially in the last weekend vlog, that I read, I picked up on. And majority of you are on the same mindset as me. We're going to do the best that we can. But we're not going to continue life, however long that is, in fear. We're just going to make the best choices we can make. God has us here. He has Buddy and I here, building a home place. And we're growing what we can grow. We buy what we can financially afford. And we make the best choices at that moment when we purchase. And we give grace and we give thanks to Almighty God. And really, that's all we can do, guys. That's all we can do. And there is nothing wrong with that. So, I thank you for letting Lippy know that you're going to plant a few flowers and a couple of little vegetables in 5-gallon buckets, and you're going to smile as you go to Walmart or the farmer's market when they open up. And I say, go for it. And do not let anyone take your shine from you. You know, there was a YouTube channel. Oh, this has been 3-4 years ago. I don't know where the gentleman is, but I'll never forget, and I wish I knew his name because I would actually reference his channel, but I don't know if he even has one now. But he used to always say, and I would just crack up, don't let anyone take your shine. What truthful words. Never let anyone take your shine. So, we got to get to planting. Let's do one more. And I'm going to do this little baby one because he's sitting here staring at me. And you're thinking, are you going to label them? I won't label these. It's kind of obvious. These are little tiny Tims. I'm excited. I'm excited. I am excited. So, I think I'm going to keep this little one. But I think I'm going to give the one I just planted and this one to the grandkids, so they each get a plant, because we have 3 of them. And yes, this weekend when we do the garden tour and hopefully plant, you remember those bright pinwheels that Cameron and Mighty Mo got last year? Well, I pulled them out of the garden shed, and well, they was spinning. I think them things will be here when I'm dead and gone. There it goes spinning. So when y'all see the garden tour, y'all gonna see them little pinwheels just to getting it. And they were $1. So I added some little things that I had stored from the grandkids back out in the garden. Found a garden sign. Well, not a sign. Probably got it at a garage sale, but I was digging for a tablecloth for out here. and it's just a little flag sign that says garden on it. It's still wrinkled, but I think it'll straighten up. Well, I had a flag stand sitting in the boxwoods up front. I think I had a Christmas flag hanging from it. I whipped around there yesterday and I grabbed it, and I got me a little garden flag at the entrance, and it's so cute it just won't stay where it's supposed to. I think it's missing that little rubber that holds the flag in place, so Buddy may have to put me a washer or something there. But I was like, felt like my birthday. I'm digging for something, and I found it sitting there folded up, tucked, and I said, well, where'd that come from? Did I get... Well, put that one to the side. Oh, let me show y'all something. Remember those planters we got at Tractor Supply last year? I put me a dianthus in here. Isn't it cute? Remember, we got 2 of these. I just hope I don't break them, but I think it's going to be pretty sitting here. Oh yeah, y'all can see. You don't need to see me. Oh, and look, I'm wearing those garden gloves from last year. I am going to practice wearing these things. All right, get a handful of garden tong, get a little bit of calcium nitrate. Just like that. I'm gonna squat down here where y'all can see me. We got some tree trimmers. People are getting their trees cut down and trimmed. I might have went too low. Yep, a little bit too low. Because remember, we're not burying these like you would do an indeterminate tomato. All right, bring it around, give it a light mash, makes good contact. Perfect. Get our little splashback in here. Just like that, y'all. And of course, we wash our cups and we reuse them. Nothing wrong with reusing. But I said I was going to replace them next year, but you know what? I got another year out of them. That'd be what, 7, 8 years? I got the heat cups today. But I hope I didn't upset many of you or any of you. I just know that this is the time that we encourage people. This is the time that we're everyone's cheerleader. And just know that no 2 homes are the same within those 4 walls. We're all different. But we're all the same when it comes to doing the best that we can do. As long as we're doing the best that we can do, then we're all the same. So as always, stay safe, stay well, and God bless. And I will see you guys on the next one.